Hey, this is a little follow-up from yesterday. Yesterday, I talked about how you learn how to do a new thing, to do something you've never done before. And the simple answer is that you do it. You start doing it. You never can know how to do something before you actually do it. I was listening to radio program, not sure which one it was now, but they were talking about how the study of this goes, of how you teach somebody to do something. And they did some studies like um, people learning how to pull a tablecloth out from underneath a bunch of dishes. And you can watch and be taught and all this kind of stuff. And going through those sorts of steps, that part of the learning process gives you confidence, but the actual task of figuring out how to execute something is done by doing it. And I suggested yesterday that you look for something to do. Look for something that you've never done before, um, and to go through the process of doing something you don't know how to do, because it's good for your brain to be engaged in that way. A small something, a big something, whatever it is. Now, here's the part I didn't talk about that I think is also very useful, which is what's going to happen, or what can happen for a lot of us when you say to yourself, well, I'm going to do something new. Well, what should that be? I don't know how to do this or that. And then we'll get into a cycle of, I don't know how to pick what to do. I that's too hard. Excuse me. Um, there's going to be a lot of resistance. This isn't the time to do something new. I don't know what the right new thing is to do. I can't come up with any ideas. All of these things. Now, what I want you to know, this is a very normal thing for your brain to do. All of us go through this. This again would be a reason to let yourself explore with this, um, to be gentle. Now we've got the one reactionary level of our brain, but then you've got the other level that can kind of be outside of it a little bit and say, oh, isn't that interesting? Here I am doing just what she said, which is wanting to pick a project and thinking about it, but then having all this resistance to it. Yeah, that's how it goes. And part of the reason for this is that our brain likes to just do the same thing. It likes to be very efficient in that way. Let me just do the same thing, conserve energy, not work very hard, right? This is why we like habits. We like to bring things into habit. Even if when we step aside and look at that habit, you're like, not really a habit that's super useful in my life. And some habits you're like, yeah, it's super useful that I just brush my teeth every morning and every night. This is long-term good useful for me. Other ones, every time I walk into the kitchen, I have to sneak a little something. Not a super useful habit. But either way you go, your brain just really likes those habits and will keep us in them. And one of the ways that we keep ourselves nimble and engaged and creating a life that we desire, that we love, um, is to ask your brain to do something new and to go through this process of feeling that confusion and that resistance, and for you to have that sort of meta thinking, that outside, other piece of your part of your brain that can say, it's okay, this is how the process works. It has some resistance and some confusion, and I can do it anyways. I can pick something. It actually doesn't even matter what I pick. It's the process of saying, yeah, I'm going to pick something. I'm going to learn how to do a Rubik's Cube. I I am going to learn how to do Sunday crossword puzzles, just something. Again, it doesn't have to be huge or big. I'm going to learn how to make, flan. I don't know. That's what it just came to me. I was trying to come up with something else that I have actually seen a friend of mine making. But at any rate, it's picking something and letting yourself feel all the resistance around can't do it, don't want to do it, can't pick something, going to be confused, and just saying, oh, yeah, hi, brain, thanks for doing your thing of wanting me to just be in habit mode. But I would like to be, I can be in creation mode, and I'll get to learn from it, and it will be a struggle, and it will be interesting, and it will fail, and it will succeed, and I'll get to ride through all of these parts, all of my humanness. So have fun with it. I'd love to hear what you pick. I'd love to hear what you're doing. Like I said, it doesn't have to be big crazy. Just giving yourself an opportunity to have something that you're going for, something that you're doing, something that you're challenging your brain with, even if it's just challenging your brain to make a decision to do something. You're doing amazing. You're doing wonderfully. You have got this.